Charming eyes, a smile to die for, an amazing career, and many, many, many incredible and successful women that he was linked to, but with none of whom he has settled down. Yes, we are talking about 45-year-old heartthrob Bradley Cooper, one of the most eligible bachelors in Hollywood.
I like talking to you, but now you're the sexiest man alive. You know, look at him. It's official.
Oh, God.
He is the sexiest man alive.
Bradley sure seems to be such a great catch, but then why did his ex-wife of 4 months, Jennifer Esposito, call him an arrogant manipulator? Is Bradley Cooper's mom responsible for the actor's failure to build long-term relationships, or is he single by choice? Stay with us and learn the answers to all these questions. Before we continue, subscribe to our channel to not miss the celebrity stories you've never heard before. Bradley Cooper has always had a close relationship with his family, and especially with his mother, Gloria Campano, whom he frequently brings as his date to events. Moreover, Bradley lives with his mother in one house, and it is his choice. While some might mockingly refer to the actor as Mama's Boy, the real reason for him being such a caring and probably even overprotective son lies in the family drama. Cooper invited his mama to live with him in Los Angeles so the pair could heal together following his father's death in 2011. He revealed, "My family is very close, and my dad dying was brutal for all of us. It was a schism, and its aftershock has not stopped. And we need each other, so here we are. It's not like I live in a compound and she's in the guest house. No, she's in the next room."
I read that he died in your arms.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was it like for you to bear witness to that?
Yeah.
During the pandemic, Cooper was so worried about his mom's safety that he would take extra precaution measures to avoid the risk of infection. Minding Gloria's health problems, he said he wouldn't let anyone in the house and would avoid leaving their house for months in order to not jeopardize her life. Some reports claim that Gloria allegedly intervened too much in Cooper's love life, immediately meeting all of his girlfriends and offering her approval or disapproval. Some reported Bradley's breakup with Irina Shayk had something to do with her not getting on well with his mom. The other outlets, however, reported the opposite, saying that Shayk and Campano were extremely close. But let's be honest, this relationship has been subject to a whole lot of speculation, especially when it ended, and especially considering the fact that neither of the two spoke about the reasons behind their split. After 4 years together, Shayk and Cooper, who share a daughter, went separate ways in 2019. They had a notoriously private relationship and a similarly private split. However, a year later, Shayk gave a little bit more detail. She started off by saying it is in the nature of a human being to meet each other's best and worst in all good relationships, adding that two great people don't always make a good couple. "I have a strong personality and I definitely know what I want, and I think some men are scared of that. If somebody's out of my life, they're out of my life, and I really cut all the ties, you know?" So, if we read between the lines, Irina implied that Cooper was scared of her strong personality, and probably that their expectations from their mutual future were different. Still, they seem to have remained on good terms with each other and have no issues co-parenting their daughter. However, not all of Cooper's ex-partners think he is that nice. In case you didn't know, the actor was married in 2007. After 4 months together, actress Jennifer Esposito filed for divorce, citing the classic irreconcilable differences as the reason for divorce. And we knew nothing about the real reasons for their split. Until years later, Jennifer wrote a book in which she referred to some ex who was, quote, "funny, smart, cocky, arrogant, and a master manipulator. I didn't necessarily find him that attractive, but I figured that I could enjoy his sense of humor and nonsense for a while." Wait, what? She didn't find Bradley Cooper, voted the sexiest man alive in 2011, attractive? The thing is, she never stated the talk was about the Hollywood hunk, but she said it was about a man she was with at the time, which just happens to coincide with the time when she was with her ex-husband. The actress has also never denied it, and Bradley hasn't disputed it. Cooper, on the other hand, made a super vague comment on their split, without sharing too much information on Howard Stern's radio show in 2011. It was just something that happened. Another hot story the whole world wanted to happen was the one involving Lady Gaga. When the film A Star Is Born, featuring Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper, premiered, we couldn't help but notice a spark between the two, especially during their performance of Shallow at the Oscars.
I love you.
remember us this way.
Both actors denied any rumors whatsoever, and both were in long-term committed relationships at the time. Except that soon they were not. Cooper and Shake, who shared a 2-year-old daughter together, ended their relationship. Just a few days before that, the award-winning singer opened up about her split from her fiancé. In the meantime, they were gushing about each other during interviews and looking literally so in love.
And then when I met her, I felt like she was so soulful and deep and open and warm and caring. And I thought, God, if I could just capture what I'm seeing right now talking to her, we're going to be okay.
Fans were impatiently waiting for Cooper and Gaga to start a beautiful romance, which apparently never happened. But did something happen at all in Cooper's romantic life after his breakup with Shake? Numerous reports claim that the actor seems to be more than friends with actress Jennifer Garner. At least, this was a logical thing to allege after the two were spotted having a beach day together right after Garner split from boyfriend John Miller. Cooper and Garner have been close friends for a long time. Some insider sources even say too close, to the extent that Garner's ex-husband, troubled Hollywood A-lister Ben Affleck, was, quote, jealous whenever Bradley called. So, the fact that they have been just friends for years doesn't exclude the possibility of them dating, probably even on the contrary. Friendship quite often makes a good basis for strong relationships. But if we stick to the facts, Cooper doesn't seem to be in a committed relationship with anyone right now. It additionally hurts to realize that talented and smart Bradley is single, because we know that he loves being a family guy. He has recently told NPR how having a daughter with Shake changed the way he looks at life in general. So, I guess having a child and having a family of my own, which is a miracle and something I've always dreamt of, has opened me up even more, I guess, to the day and to be present.
What do you do that makes your daughter laugh?
Oh, dance goofily.
What's goofily?
Oh, like, you want me to do it?
Yeah, I'd like to see goofily. I want to see if it makes me laugh.
Well, I usually hold her. I usually hold her on my shoulders and
Right.
look in the mirror and I go like, yeah, like this.
Oh.
Yeah.
In addition to being a caring son and dad, the actor can cook like a pro, which must be added to the list of his assets. Not only does he know how to cook, but he actually loves doing it. The actor told Extra that growing up with an Italian family seriously influenced his love for cooking. When he was a kid, he used to help his grandmother, who was an amazing cook, in the kitchen. It was one of my favorite things to do. I love the idea of making whatever is in the fridge into something. And if all of the mentioned above wasn't enough to make anyone fall in love with Bradley, we still want to add some more precious facts to the actor's profile to prove he is a great catch. The 45-year-old speaks fluent French, which he learned at Georgetown University and later improved while studying in France. In fact, he is so comfortable with the language that he's effortlessly given interviews in French without using a translator. Forbes included him in 2019's list of the highest paid actors, with his earnings totaling the unbelievable $57 million. According to Celebrity Net Worth website, Cooper's net worth is currently estimated at $100 million. And finally, even though Bradley Cooper hasn't won his Oscar yet, he has an impressive set of awards, one of which we cannot help but mention. The actor and his co-star Jennifer Lawrence received a Best Kiss award for the 2013 film Silver Linings Playbook. Aww, isn't it perfect?
Jen's not here. Sorry. Yeah. I know. She was great to kiss.
It's worth mentioning that in 2018, Cooper made his directorial debut with the already mentioned A Star Is Born. The movie instantly became a hit and received a bunch of BAFTA, Golden Globes, and Oscar nominations, including the one for Best Picture and Best Actor. It seems like, even despite all the heights he has already reached and the money he has already earned, Cooper doesn't plan to stop. Everything looks perfect in this guy's career. Hopefully, everything will get perfect in his romantic life as well. Probably, it already is, and Mr. Right just prefers to stay tight-lipped about his private life, following the famous saying, happiness loves silence. That's all for today. Thanks for watching. As always, we are eager to see your opinion in the comment section below, and do tell us which topic we should cover next. Behind-the-scenes dramas of your favorite shows? Why did this seemingly perfect couple break up? How come this Hollywood hottie is still alone? Who holds the title of the most fan-friendly celebrity? Make your voice heard, and we at Rumour Juice will make sure you are never bored. Subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to tell your friends how cool we are.